Good morning, guys. Okay, let's start out with some weather. The high today is 82 and the low is 54, so it's going to be a pretty warm day today.
And now on to birthdays, the 1st to the 16th. So happy birthday to Dalton Addis, Taylor Barnes, Bryson Cook, Colton Crow, Ryan Culbertson, Ashton Doolin, Ethan Emery, Bailey Fisher, Jacob Frizzell, Audrey Funk, Ethan Gray, Alexis Heflin, Quentin Hendrick, Jacob Hibbard, Hallie Lamb, Summer Little, Taylor McDaniel, Tyler McDaniel, Russell McKinney, Madeline Quisenberry, Brittany Redderin, Camden Sandiford, Brooklyn Schroeder, Samantha Stites, Sydney Strickland, Dylan Thomas, and Kyle Wallace, sorry.
And for sports, Tony Romo has retired as a football player after playing with the Cowboys. He said he is now going to be an announcer, but before he gives up playing sports for good, the Dallas Mavericks basketball team has asked him to play. Mavericks owner Mark Cuban was going to give him a one-day contract. Some fans view this as a simple gesture to appreciate one of Dallas's great athletes, while others see it as a marketing tactic to generate some interest in one of the NBA's blockbusters teams.
Alrighty, and a hot topic is that in airline there was an incident. New York Post says some good information about it. It says, okay, so United suffered another major public relations disaster over the weekend when a passenger was forcibly dragged off of a flight so the airline could make room for an employee trying to make a connection, and the federals are now investigating the disturbing incident. The booted passenger was caught on video kicking and screaming hysterically as he was hauled off Flight 3411 from Chicago on Sunday, with the footage spreading like wildfire on social media Monday. According to people on the plane, the man, identified by the Louisville Courier-Journal as David Deo, who appeared to suffer an injury to his mouth, claimed to be a physician and said he couldn't deboard because he had patients to see. So that was a big incident, and now a lot of people are talking about that.
Okay, so now for reminders. The Andance Evening of Poetry will be held in the Media Center on Tuesday, April 18th at 5:30 p.m. Any 7th grade student trying out for OCMS cheerleading squad tryouts will be held the week of April 14th or April 28th. You must sign up in the front office and pick up an information packet. You must also have a current physical to participate. And the Family Wellness Center is having a youth weightlifting club. So if you want to sign up for this, make sure you get a sign up, and they meet every Monday and Friday at the Wellness Center. Also, the year-ending poster contest for 8th grade students. Enter a poster of your experience at OCMS. All entries will be displayed in the hall. The top 3 gets awarded the prizes. Last but not least, 8th grade students interested in trying out for high school volleyball needs to grab a flyer from Miss Wallace. Open gym starts Monday, April 17th. So now on to the topic about Syria. So the United States launched a military strike Thursday on a Syrian government air base in response to a chemical weapon attack that killed dozens of civilians earlier in the week. So President Donald Trump's orders
U.S. warships launched 59 Tomahawk cruise missiles at the airbase that was home to the warplanes that carried out the chemical attacks, U.S. officials said. So,
Now I'm going to tell you a cool little story about Peeps. So in the past, we talked about the new movie Beauty and the Beast. A little fun fact is that recently Carroll County in Maryland has made a sculpture of Belle out of about 1,500 Peeps. This sculpture was in a contest and won first place. For me, that's crazy. Just imagine all the time it took to make it. But congrats to the people who did. Speaking of Peeps, what comes along with Peeps? Easter. Well, Easter is this Sunday, and Easter is celebrated for the resurrection of Jesus. And John 11:25-26 says, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he may die, he shall live. And whoever lives and believes in me shall never die. So I hope everyone has a great Easter, and just remember that verse.
and that's all for your live news.
Bye.